Welcome back. I see all our crazy creatives are back for another episode of Homeless Minis. So years and years ago, Mandy did painted up these three zombies, and they have been standing in the case at attention, shuffling their way back and forth for years without a proper home to call their own. We're going to give them a home today. I'm going to start by cutting out a circle of cork a little bit larger base than an individual figure, because I want to put all three of them together on the same, kind of make a diorama, maybe a zombie swarm type of thing. Mandy has always been in love with the Night of the Living Dead movies.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it!
Which is very her. They're super fun. So we're going to do a little bit of that toxic contamination sort of situation, toxic contamination of a graveyard sort of situation. So I cut two circles the same size out of my pieces of cork and glue it on the back side of the base piece just to create some elevation. And then I'm going to shave down a hill so that it's got a little bit of a cliff, looks a little bit more gentle and more aesthetic. Always got to be aesthetically pleasing, you know? So I finished the landforms and got the general shape that I like. That nice, gentle sloping hill looks very graveyard, very calm and reposed. Then I looked around and I realized I don't have a barrel anywhere. But what I do have is I have the plastic shipping cases that Mandy's Winsor Newton brushes come in. And if I cut it to the right size, add Milliput touches, it's going to be just the perfect size for a 55-gallon drum. So, voila, Bob's your uncle, you got a gallon drum of toxic sludge. Once I had the base all painted up, it was time to place my zombies. A little bit of super glue on each foot. And after that, it was time to make up the toxic sludge, the ooze. Everybody remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I do. A little bit of UV reactive UV resin. Couple of drops of a bright green ink, courtesy of Mandy. Thank you very much, my love. And we've got our goo. I couldn't find my eyedropper, so I just gathered up some on the end of the stick, kind of like you do with those honey twirlers, and dribbled it in the places I wanted, and then zapped it with our UV light. Zzz. After that, it came down to just putting in some grass tufts to give it a little bit more life and texture. And I think these look great. And honestly, the biggest part of what I want to get across with these, the Homeless Minis video, the Homeless Minis bases, is you don't have to do anything super complex. Nothing I'm doing here requires anything more than a sharp knife and some paint. I mean, yeah, I used some UV resin, but you could do that with glue. These are really simple. They elevate your minis so much. They look so great. And they turn out so fantastic, and they're nice and easy to do with just stuff that usually you're gonna have around the house anyway. So dig around your house, base up your minis, send us photos, be part of the community, like, share, subscribe, send us photos, tell us what you're working on. Thank you to all our patrons. If you're not a patron, and you've got, you got some money burning a hole in your pocket, but otherwise, have fun and keep creating.